This is John Watts. I want to talk with you about a recent experience that a client of mine had dealing with third-party contacts by debt collectors. And if you have spent any time on our website, alabamaconsumer.com, or our blog, Alabama Consumer Law Blog, or maybe seen some of our other videos, you'll know that a big problem with debt collectors is contacting third parties illegally. And just as a quick review, a third party is anybody other than you or your spouse. And the only permissible reason to contact a third party is to obtain location information. That's where you live, what your home phone is, and where you work. Nothing else. And so we had a situation where a collector was telling this consumer that they were going to continue to call family members, continue to call neighbors. And the statement was made, and it's a pretty remarkable statement, was that they were saying to the consumer, you know, you're going to be sitting at home and I'm not going to be bothering you. But while you're sitting at home, your neighbors, your family members, relatives, even in other states, will be getting calls from me. And they're going to be harassed over a debt that's not even their debt. And you are sitting at home, peaceful, not being harassed. Now, is that what you want? So this was the argument, if you can call it that, from the debt collector is, you know, not even being subtle about it, just coming right out and saying, I'm going to harass all these third parties to embarrass you into calling me. And that really is the purpose of calling and contacting third parties. It's to bring this pressure on you when your mother's calling you, or your ex-wife, or a cousin, or an aunt, or whoever it may be, is getting phone calls for you. And now they're calling you. And whether you have a good relationship or a bad relationship, that's still a very awkward moment. And that's the point of calling third parties. So I thought you might find this interesting, that some debt collectors are just very blatant, very open, very obvious about this. And when you're dealing with that type of collector, really the only way that you can stop them is to sue them. Think about it. If they're going to violate the law that's been the law for 30 years and call your aunt, your cousin, your neighbor, your coworker, just blatantly violating the law, are they really going to be concerned if you send them a letter and say, please stop, please don't contact anybody? I mean, why listen to that letter if they've already broken the law in much greater ways? So if you're dealing with this type of situation, document the abuse, and we have some videos that talk about this, but bottom line is document the abuse, document the calls to the third parties, and then sit down with an experienced consumer lawyer to find out what your options are. If you live here in Alabama, you're welcome to give me a call, 205-879-2447, or go to my website, alabamaconsumer.com. If you live outside of Alabama, I would suggest you go to NACA.net, N-A-C-A.net, and they have a section there to find an attorney in your area. Hope this has been helpful, and I wish you the best. Thank you.